All right, back on Jason and John, and as promised, very excited about this. Her name is Laurie Hernandez. She's an Olympic gold medalist, a New York Times best-selling author. She won on Dancing with the Stars, and she'll be at the Agri Center this weekend with the Southern Women's Show right here in Memphis. She joins us now. Hey, Laurie, thanks for being here. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. How are you guys?
So you're 16 years old. You've already accomplished basically more than any of us will in our entire lifetimes. Are you one of those people that's just good at everything you do?
No, of course not. I mean, I'm really bad at cooking. I have a fear of burning the house down, and I can't sing. So,
but those are about the only two things you can't do well, right?
No, there's probably a lot of other things I'm still exploring. Probably like driving. I still have to get my driver's license. So.
Oh, you don't have a driver's license?
Nope, not yet. I mean, I haven't really been home enough to get one.
I didn't even think about that. You're always traveling, right? I mean, there's no need.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on a lot of plane rides, so.
Listen, the Dancing with the Stars, the Mirror Ball Trophy, the thing is huge, Laurie. It's half of your body size. What did you do with the trophy? How heavy was the darn thing? I mean, you were unbelievable in that thing.
Oh, thank you. I mean, right now it's actually in the middle of my living room. My mom decided to put it there. So, yeah, I mean, it's there, and then there's a picture frame with me and Val in front of it. It's pretty
awesome.
Cute, actually.
How much fun was all that? And, I mean, I'll tell you what. No one could come close to you, and I know you've got the gymnastics background, but you dominated the competition. You've got, I think Simone Biles is going to be in it next year, but you've set the bar awfully high. Is she going to be able to accomplish what you did in this thing?
I mean, Simone is absolutely amazing at everything she does. I wish her the best of luck. I think she'll do amazing on the show just because I think she has really good rhythm too.
We are, of course, talking to Laurie Hernandez. She will be in Memphis at the Agri Center this weekend for the Southern Women's Show. I see you're also going to be on Sesame Street, I think, next year. Is that true? You're going to be on Sesame Street too?
Yes.
That's like the moment where you know you made it, right?
Yeah,
when Sesame Street invites you on?
For sure. My 5-year-old self has definitely high-fived me after seeing that. So
this has all happened pretty fast for you. I mean, you obviously won the gold medal in Rio, and then you obviously win Dancing with the Stars. I mean, this has all happened really quickly for you. So how have you sort of been able to, I guess, kind of stay grounded through it all? Because you've blown up. Have your parents been, have they preached things to you? How have you sort of handled this rapid rise?
I think I could definitely give that to my family just because we have a family group chat. My mom is constantly sending inspirational quotes and Bible verses every day. And so I think I could really thank my family for keeping me grounded and just making sure that, I understand family comes first.
You wrote a book already. The rest I'm 40 years old. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I never could start one. You're 16 and you've already done it, and you've been on a bestseller list. Tell me about writing the book.
Writing the book was a lot of fun. I made sure to do it kind of at the end of the day so I could dedicate, everything to it. And it definitely took a little to make sure I had all the thoughts and all my memories in the right place, and I had the correct information on everything. And it was exciting to write because I think, my favorite part was being able to look back on all the memories and all the things that I've been able to do.
Listen, this can be the advice portion of the segment. I've got a pair of 16-year-old twin nieces, and they absolutely love you, Laurie. They want to know, they asked me to ask you, how have you managed to do this and keep up your schoolwork? Because that's what they're concerned with at 16. They'd love to be able to do all the things you do, but they don't think they'd be able to handle it and keep their grades up. How have you balanced it all?
Well, I actually homeschool, so my program allows me to take my school everywhere, and it's a really flexible program, which is good because my schedule is a little bit crazy, but I've been homeschooling since 3rd grade, so I've been able to really understand how my program works and how I can make sure I can fit it into my schedule.
So tell us a little bit about the Olympic experience. I mean, what was it like? What are you doing when you're not competing? What is life like when you're trying to win the gold medal? What's that all like?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with spending the time with my teammates and with the girls. It's an amazing experience. I got to room with Simone Biles, and we just giggled the whole night. I'm sure we created a lot of ruckus and a lot of giggles for the room next to us. But the Olympics had created so many amazing memories and so many things where I look back on and I'm like, wow, we did that.
Have you already thought about 4 years from now and in the next Olympics, or is that something that you put off for a little while? You consider it later. How do you approach that?
Well, I think I would come back. I had such an amazing experience in 2016. I'd love to experience that again. But at the same time, I'm taking a small break right now just because I've been going for so long and I'm a little bit tired. So maybe just like a small nap and then I'll be back.
Completely understandable. Listen, the human emoji nickname, do you like it? I know everybody wants to call you because of your beautiful smile. Do you? Is it something you roll with, you embrace?
I think so. I like it a lot. I mean, once I heard that someone was like, wow, she's like a human emoji, I was like, hey, that does match with me. I mean, any emotion that I'm feeling really shows up on my face, and so I could relate to that.
We think it's awesome.
How long can you hold a handstand?
With the wall or without the wall?
We'll do without the wall. Without the wall.
Without the wall, probably like a minute or so.
I can't do it for 5 seconds. Like I don't think I'd ever be able to balance.
How long does the gymnastics career?
I mean, a few years ago, I was able to hold it for about 2 minutes, but I definitely can't do that anymore.
When did you start, Laurie? When did you get your gymnastics start? How young were you?
I was 5 years old. It was back in 2005.
Is it something you would I don't know, like for my nieces, they never got into it. Is it something you would recommend for young girls? I mean, that are looking for something early on, or parents that are looking for an avenue for their child?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a sport where you're able to learn new things and your brain learns how to cope with new opportunities. And, you know, the sport really teaches you how to push through tough moments and how to be a fighter. And I think that's amazing. And it's good for life itself and not just for gymnastics.
All right. Which one was tougher? Because I watched you in Dancing with the Stars when you're waiting to find out if you won. And there was a long pause in between it. It reminded me of the pause after competition, after competition when you're waiting on that score. Which one was tougher?
Well, I think they were both relatively tough, but they were also very, very different. I think for gymnastics, we're doing the same routines over and over again, and the pressure comes from, okay, it's just one more routine. You've done it so many times, you can do it again.
Right.
And Dancing with the Stars, on the other hand, is you're doing a different style of dance, a different, routine and different theme every single week. And so even when you get comfortable with one dance, it's like, a few days later, you're doing a completely different one. And then towards the end, you start doing 2 and 3 different styles of dances in 1 week. And it's a whirlwind.
So how many hours a day were you dancing in preparation for these shows? How much time were you having to spend on it? Because it looks like it's a ton of time that you have to give to it.
Yeah, well, for me, because I'm a minor, I could only do about 4 hours a day. And so I was also on a gymnastics tour while I was doing Dancing with the Stars, and so I didn't have as much time as everybody else did.
Have you thought about how long you want to continue to do this? Because you've been doing it for a long time already, since you were 5. Have you thought about, whether you want to do you want to be a gymnast 10 years from now? Have you thought about sort of the next phase in your life? Because it seems like you do have so many, different talents. Have you thought about that aspect of it?
I mean, kind of. I definitely have to remind myself to also take it day by day, because I notice that, every week I'm doing something that I've never done before, whether it's, traveling to a different place or doing a different activity. I mean, it's always different. And so I'm kind of just cherishing the moment right now and taking it day by day. And I know that right now I do want to come back. I'm not sure when and, things like that. I definitely want to go to college in the future, though.
Who's the person, I guess, that you've been in the most, because it's been a whirlwind for you ever since you've got the gold, ever since you won the gold as part of the Final Five. Who's the person that you met that you've been the most in awe of?
As an athlete, I think I got to meet Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt, and I got to kind of talk to them about their sports. And, hear about how much they like it and, their cultures, and it was just so cool. They're also really tall. But
how about the Zac Efron meeting that we all saw?
Oh, yeah.
He loved you guys, and you loved him.
It was so cool.
Listen, here's one, because like I said, I've got the twin nieces. They're 16. They want to start, they're ready to start dating. They're driving. They've got their licenses. when is Laurie Hernandez? When is date time? Is it still? You're 16.
That's about the time.
Or is it starting up, Laurie? We're putting that off for a few years.
I'm gonna put that off for a few years.
Good
I don't really
for
have
you.
time for boys right now.
Good for you.
Focus on yourself.
There you go.
We are, of course, talking to Laurie Hernandez. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She will be in Memphis at the Agri Center this weekend with the Southern Women's Show. It is International Women's Day, Laurie, and I imagine, even though you are a young woman yourself, you must hear from young women every day who saw your performance in the Olympics and are inspired by you. How often do you hear from young women, and what do you tell them?
I definitely hear from them often, and I think the best thing that I usually hear is when, parents or the girls come up and they say, "Oh, I started gymnastics because I saw you at the Olympics." And that makes me so happy because when I was younger, I had watched Shawn Johnson on TV, and she was my inspiration to start the sport. And so hearing that from another little girl, I'm like, oh, that's like watching myself all over again. So I think, my advice to girls would be just to be open and to try new things and to find something you're passionate about.
Well, you certainly have seemed to have found yours. She is Laurie Hernandez.
An inspiration.
She's an Olympic gold medalist. Will be in Memphis at the Agri Center with the Southern Women's Show this weekend. Go see her. Laurie, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks so much, Laurie. Congrats on all the success.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
She is Laurie Hernandez.
Can you imagine that life at 16 and it's rolling like everything you touch turns to gold like it has for her?
It's amazing. Like I literally, you look her up. She's got multiple gold medals. She's already a New York Times bestselling author. She won Dancing with the Stars. She's going to be on Sesame Street. She's also going to be on Law and Order.
I saw that, Law and Order.
She's going to be. She's going to be. Here's my prediction. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
She will not be a gymnast. She will be an actress.
I can see it.
She will stop competing,
right,
and she will just focus on acting and singing and dancing and all that. Even though she says she's not good at singing, like she'll learn to sing.
Oh yeah, and we'll see her in La La Land, the remake.
Yeah. The Latina Land.
Very well done.
Latina Land.
Very well
You
done.
like that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's it. You're welcome, Hollywood.
I see that for her too. I see stardom.
Yeah, like she's 16 years old. My God, I mean, she's
got the bright smile. Everybody loves her.
She's gonna be more polished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's definitely gonna be. I don't know who the comparison would be, but she's definitely gonna be one of those that crosses over and becomes like a major actress and
Agreed.
and everything like that. So really cool to catch up with her. She's 16, so you're free to feel really bad about the way your life has played out, because I certainly do after talking to her. We'll be back in just a minute. Jason and John, 92.9 FM, yes.